So when it comes to the creative process, like, and let's say you're working with a brand, what do you see as being, let's say, the most important things with creating a new brand and a logo? Is it how it stands out against other products, or is it um, just generally like just making sure that it hits what, let's say, the brand owner wants in terms of like presentation?
Firstly, the logo's just a tiny, tiny piece of it. So I think it's always good to kind of put that across because a lot of people get stuck on logos. Yes, you need one, and yes, it does need to stand out and it needs to say something about the company. But that is one small identifier. So I think it's super important to look at a brand as a whole, and a lot of that is the intangible stuff, the stuff that you can't see. Um, Brand clarity is massive, and I'm finding a lot of people will move away from a brand as they grow. So they'll start off with a certain brand and then they'll get a load of interest, they'll get a load of new customers, and they then come back to look at the brand and go, God, this literally doesn't feel like us anymore. So that's like probably about 50% of my products where they've moved away from a brand, and a whole lot of things. There's been such a massive world shake up. We've had COVID, we've had financial crisis, and all sorts has gone on. And there's so many things that can move you further away from your brand, and bringing it back to what it is, what it means is really, really important. And that all that sort of stuff that you find out that's the intangible stuff can lead into the more tangible stuff like the visuals. You've got your things like your colours, your layouts, your if you use illustration or if you use images, those are all a really big part of the brand. And that can really make you stand out. There was some stuff I just saw something on Instagram this morning, which was stripping all the colours out of things. So like I think one of them was like McDonald's. So if you put a certain shaped box, and if you put a certain shaped chip packet, but you take off the M, you take off the red, you take off the yellow strip, you can still tell what it is. So a lot of people forget that all those other little things that come together to make the brand look like it does are all important. They're all important elements, and when you put them together, people can look at whatever you've put out there with or without a logo and still know it's you.
It's interesting as well, like because you said McDonald's, and I always think about like when you start a brand, like it's also very important to see like when you position it in a certain way. So, for example, if you're a value brand, an economy brand, let's say, that actually you're pigeonholing your brand into that sector. I think it was they call it the Skoda effect, where Skoda obviously was like renowned as being like crap East European car, like communist car, where they were like, when I was a kid, there was loads of Skoda jokes, for example, and now they've sort of transformed into what is essentially a Volkswagen because they're owned by Volkswagens, but they don't still haven't really fully shaken that sort of crap car image. And I
Yeah.
think like sometimes when people set up brands, that it's important, like sometimes, like if you have, let's say, a premium end product and you've got a value product, to actually create completely distinct brands, just so people are really aware of your value proposition for your brand. Because it's like McDonald's salads, for example. That's what made me think of it, was talking about McDonald's. I think about McDonald's salads and like, who the hell buys McDonald's salads? Because it's not like you're going to McDonald's and thinking, you know what, I really fancy something healthy to eat today. I'm going to have a McDonald's salad. You go in and you're buying cheeseburgers because you're an animal like me, and that's what you want. But you're not really buying salads, or like when they do like fruit bags and carrot sticks. You're like, who the hell buys these things? Because if you're in McDonald's, you're not there for healthy food. So trying to then move into the healthy food market as McDonald's is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. And I think sometimes they do that to say something, not necessarily for the product. It's either to shake something off, like McDonald's are the fast, dirty, greasy burger, fast food, etc., which is personally why I think they're amazing. Um, but yeah, they're probably trying to shake off a negative connotation. somewhere. So if they have a salad on the menu, despite they might sell like 3 a year, they can, I don't know, turn around and say, well, we offer a salad. It's up to you guys now. We've got a social conscience. Um, and sometimes it's just about saying something and less about the product, less about the profit almost. But, we're putting something out there to say, this is not on us. You chose the Big Mac, this is on you. We offered you a salad, but you said no. No, we didn't want to put fruit bags in your Happy Meals. My 5-year-old would hate me if I did that.